At first glance, the Page Hall district of Sheffield looks like any other ethnic melting pot. The halal supermarket, the Baghdad convenience store, more non-indigenous people here than locals. But they all say the same thing, that the Roma here are something else. In the fish and chip shop, they told the newspaper that 2 Roma kids tried to sell them a baby. Outside the chemist shop, a man said a Roma mum came in, her infant covered in lice and with half a finger chopped off. They say these things with a shake of their head and a disbelieving stare. I can barely remember being anywhere where there's so much vitriol, so much outright fury directed at a specific ethnic group in such a small geographical area. If people here spoke about any other racial group in the way in which they talk about the Roma, they'd be described as out-and-out racists. So people who a generation ago were accused of not being able to integrate here are now saying just the same thing about the Roma, that their neighbours' children urinate outside their houses, that they burn things in the garden, that they lack basic manners.
I don't know whether they don't understand or they don't want to understand. I think they understand something, at least not if language is a problem for them, at least body language is not a problem for them. But they don't want to do that. They just want to live their style.
And in saying these things in this way, you don't feel like you're being a racist?
No, I don't want to be racist, and I'm never be racist with them. I'm just trying to help them as is supposed to be.
The thousands of Roma who live here all come from Slovakia. Nobody quite knows why they found this northern English town, and not a single one wants to talk to you. The forebears of people like this were gassed by the Nazis and still face massive discrimination where they come from. So when you try to ask them how they feel, they simply melt away. But people say it's the way in which the Roma live much of their lives outdoors, even if they're in a city, which leads to complaints that they're antisocial. Even the local MP, who was Home Secretary under Tony Blair, has said this place is an ethnic time bomb.
It's the speed with which the numbers have risen. It's the conditions that they came from at home, which, again, we've had in the past, but on this occasion has made it difficult to integrate quickly.
It remains an open question whether any Romanian or Bulgarian Roma will now make this same journey. What this place looks like is a ghetto in the making. Whether you think the Roma incapable of being socialised or a vulnerable group in need of huge support, what's happened here is a complete failure of integration. Lawrence Lee, Al Jazeera, Sheffield.